Hello students, welcome to KVS RO online classes Jabalpur. Today I am going to start a topic light. As you know student, eye is the most important sense organs. Students, do you remember how many sense organ do you have? We have eyes, nose, ears, tongue and skin. And eye is the one of the most important sense organs. As you know, the sense of sight is the most important sense. Why? Because through sense of sight, we can see mountains, rivers, trees, plants, chairs, so many things which are around us, we can see with the help of eye. So, one question comes in your mind. What makes things visible? And what is the answer? You may be eye see object. So the next question will come in your mind. Can you see any object in dark, or if there is no light you can see any object? What is the answer? Your answer will no. It means that eyes alone cannot see any object. It is only when light from an object enters our eyes, then we can see any object. So, how we can see the things? With the help of light. So, students, let's discuss about the sources of light. In previous class, you have learned about the different sources of light. Some lights are natural sources and some are artificial sources. There are some other sources of light, students, we have learned in previous class, like tube light, bulb, fires, firefly. There are so many objects which are the sources of light. Now, let's do one activity to discuss about the property of light. You have did this activity in previous class, so we will do in brief and discuss it. Let's do one activity. Now I am taking a paper and roll it. Now use a torch for entering the light through this roll. Now when we enter the light through this roll, what we observe? How the light moves. Observe children, when the light enters through this roll, it moves in a straight way. Now, if we fold this roll or bend this roll and then try to again observe how the light moves, and after that you get the same image or not. In the second time, we can't get the same image. So, we can conclude it that lights move in a straight line. Now students, as you know, there are various sources of lights. Now we classify the objects which are the sources of light. So we will classify the objects on the basis of emitting or producing light. So observe the picture. There are the sources like bulb, sun, torch, fire, candle. Again it's a bulb. These are the objects which emit light of their own. So such type of objects are known as luminous objects. Why? Because they emit their light and they can produce their light. There are some other objects which do not emit their own light. Such a body becomes visible when light falls on it. And the main example is moon. Another one is planet. So you can differentiate between the objects which are luminous and which are non-luminous. What you can conclude about the luminous objects? Objects that produce their own light. And what about non-luminous objects? They do not produce their own light, but they reflect the lights. These are the luminous object and these are non-luminous object. Now, the second level of classification of the objects on the basis of light passing through them. Which objects allow the light passing through them and which do not allow light passing through them. Now observe this object, students. The object, it allows the light to pass through them. And the second object, it is very familiar and most of the time you use it, ruler. This is also the object which allow the light pass through them. How you can say, students, it allow the light? Because there is no image. If you can get the image of this object, it means it's not allow the light to pass through them. So these are the objects which allow the light to pass through them. These objects are known as transparent objects. Observe the second object. Observe it carefully. It's hazy, students. These objects allow the light to pass through them, but partially light allow. Such type of objects are known as translucent object. And the third object, this one. It not allow the light to pass through them. And the objects which do not allow the light to pass through them, such type of objects are known as opaque objects. And students, opaque objects make their shadows. Now, see the characteristics of different types of objects. Transparent objects. These objects allow light to pass through them. And translucent objects. These objects allow light to pass through them but partially. And what about opaque objects? These objects do not allow light to pass through them. The second thing, one can clearly see through transparent object. And in translucent object, one can see through translucent object but not very clearly. And opaque object, one cannot see through opaque object. Transparent objects do not cast shadow because they do not block light. When you observe the object which I have shown you, you have observed now ruler allow the light, it could not block the light, that's why you can't get the image of ruler. Translucent object cast faint shadow as they block light partially. And opaque object cast dark shadow as they block light completely. So in this way, students, in this way you can conclude that the objects which emit their own light, these are luminous objects. The objects which do not emit their light, these are non-luminous. The objects which allow the light, these are transparent. And the objects which allow the light partially, these are translucent. And the objects which do not allow the light to pass through them, these are opaque objects. These are the examples of transparent, opaque and translucent object. Students, when light does not pass through opaque object, or you can say when the light falls on opaque object. Here the tree is an opaque object. When light falls on it, the shadow is formed. So you can say when light does not pass through opaque object, it forms shadow. So I hope you have learned how shadow is formed. Okay students, now next how we see the object. Observe here. What type of object is this? It's an opaque object. When the light falls on an opaque object, it reflects and then you can see or we can see an object. Or when the object falls on, when an emitting sources of light falls an opaque object, it reflected and you can also see the objects. So we can say the light may have emitted by the object or may have been reflected, and after that we can see the object. So how we see the object? By the process of or by the phenomenon of reflection. Students, observe here. When the light falls on a surface, suppose students, it's an opaque object. Suppose you have a ball. Most of the time you want to play with the ball now. So you have a ball and you will hit the ball on a wall. What will happen? Because there is no way to go the ball, so ball will come back. In the same way, light also, when it falls on an opaque object, it have no area or no ways. So it go bounce or it come back. And this process is known as reflection of light. And after reflection, what we'll get? We'll get image. In second picture, you have observed the image of mountains. The light falls on the mountains and it reflected, and then you can see the image of the mountain. So students, one question maybe comes in your mind. Do we see all objects due to the reflected light? Your answer is yes. Everything we see around us due to reflected light. Like moon. Students, in previous slides, as I told you, and in previous class you have learned also that moon does not have its own light and it gets lights from the sun. So it receives light from the sun and reflected. So you can say all objects due to reflection we can see. The object which shine in the light of other object like moons, and such type of moon object is known as illuminated object. Now we'll discuss about the terms which are related with reflection of light. Students, suppose we take a mirror and take a ray which falls on the mirror. The ray which falls on the mirror or the ray which strikes on the mirror is known as incident ray. Incident ray, the light which strikes any surface is called the incident ray. Now it will come back or it bounce and the next ray, it is known as which come back after reflection, it is known as reflected ray. And the perpendicular line is a normal. What is the normal? The point where the incident ray strike the mirror. And next is the angle. Between the normal and the incident ray, one angle is formed. This angle is known as angle of incidence. Angle of incidence, the angle between the normal and the incident ray. We denoted angle as a small I. And the second angle which is formed between the reflected ray and the normal. And this angle is known as angle of reflection. So the students, this is the angle of incidence and this is the angle of reflection. And both angles are always equal. It means ये जितने डिग्री का ये एंगल होगा सेम रिफ्लेक्टेड एंगल भी होगा. एंड दिस इज द फर्स्ट लॉ ऑफ रिफ्लेक्शन, दैट इज एंगल ऑफ रिफ्लेक्शन इक्वल टू एंगल ऑफ. In this way you can say the angle of incident always equal to angle of reflection. And the second law is incident ray, normal and reflecting ray always lie in a same plane. So these are the two laws of reflection. Now let's summarize the law of reflection. Look here students, this is the angle of incidence and this one is the angle of incidence, reflection, and this one is the normal. So what is the first law? You have learned angle of incident is always equal to angle of reflection. And what is the second law? Incident ray, the normal at the point of the incidence, and the reflected ray all lie in the same plane. Now students, let's discuss about the plane mirror. Do you know about the plane mirror? Whenever you go out of your home, first you see your face on plane mirror, isn't it? देखते हैं ना चेहरा. हाँ, अभी आप लोग बाहर नहीं जा रहे हैं, बट हम अपना फेस देखने के लिए या खुद को देखने के लिए विच टाइप ऑफ मिरर यू यूज? प्लेन मिरर. तो स्टूडेंट्स ऑब्जर्व द प्लेन मिरर. ऑब्जर्व स्टूडेंट, इट्स अ प्लेन मिरर एंड देयर इज वन पेन, मार्कर पेन. ऑब्जर्व इट्स इमेज which is formed in the plane mirror. What did you observe students? The image is exact as the same size of the object is formed in the plane mirror and it is always erect. So you can say plane mirror always form a erect object, erect image, and it size of the image is as equal as the size of the object. Is it clear students? Now let's learn something about the plane mirror, how the images are formed in plane mirror. Observe here students, here a man is standing in front of a plane mirror. It's a plane mirror and the rays which goes towards the mirror, these are incident rays, and after the reflection, because mirror is an opaque object, so the light will reflect and come back, but it appears to meet behind the mirror and एक्चुअल में ये मिरर में मिल नहीं रही है, ऐसा हम अज्यूम करते हैं कि ये मिरर में कहीं पीछे जाके दे विल मीट. तो the जो dash rays है, these are the rays which we assume that after reflection they will go towards the behind of the mirror and they form the virtual image. Such type of image is known as virtual image. So in this way the plane mirror form a virtual image. Now we can conclude that how many types of image we can find. When a light falls on the mirror, the image is formed, students. First image is real image, but in plane mirror you observe virtual image that cannot obtain on the screen and it is always erect. And what about inverted image? Students, you have observed in the spoon at your home and whenever you observe inside of the spoon, which type of image you have observed, students? Student, when you observe inside the spoon, you will find what you will find? You will find inverted image of the object. And students, this is the real image and real image is always inverted. So in plane mirror you have observed virtual image, but in the spoon, inside of the spoon, it is, student, it's act as a concave mirror. And in concave mirror, which type of image is formed? Here real and inverted image is formed. Now, am I clear, students, about the real image and virtual image? Real image always inverted while the virtual image always erect. Now, students, lateral inversion. Student, observe these two letters. एक हिंदी का अक्षर है and there is a one English letter. What is written? As you know, P. और इसमें आपको मात्रा देखनी है किस डायरेक्शन में हमने इसमें मात्रा लगाई है. It is in right direction. And what about letter P? The loop is also in right direction. And when we see all these letters in a mirror, just imagine how they will look. Students, what you observe in the mirror, the loop is changes direction. Now it's appear in leftwards. And what about the मात्रा? मात्रा भी आपको किधर से दिख रही है? जिस डायरेक्शन में आपको पहले दिख रही थी उससे जस्ट अपोजिट डायरेक्शन में दिख रही है. तो इट्स नोन एज लैटरल इन्वर्सन. और ये कौन शो करता है? इट शोज बाय प्लेन मिरर. What is the lateral inversion, student? Is the effect produced by a plane mirror in reversing image from left to right and right to left. This is the reason why ambulance is written laterally inverted so that its image aligned properly. So this is the lateral inversion and this effect is produced by student plane mirror. Now students, reflection types. First observe these two pictures. What you have observed in first picture and what about second picture? Student, in first picture you have observed the image which formed on this given water body is very clear. आपको clear दिख रही है mountain की image. But in the second picture, due to wavy water surface, the image is not clear form. So these are the effect due to surface. If surface is smooth, image is clearly you can see. But if the surface is not smooth or uneven surface, image is not clear. On the basis of the smoothness of surface, there are two types of reflection. First is regular reflection. And what about regular reflection? When all the parallel rays, which rays is these? These are the incident rays. These rays reflected after hitting, they bounce and they go back. When all the parallel rays reflected from a smooth surface like mirror is called regular reflection. क्योंकि यहाँ पे जो surface है, it's a smooth. And the second reflection is diffused reflection. And what happened here, students? The surface is not smooth or it is uneven. So what happened? When all the parallel rays reflected from a rough or irregular surface is called irregular or diffused reflection. Now let's discuss the difference between regular and diffuse reflection. In regular reflection, all the light that falls on the reflecting surface is reflected in a definite direction. In previous slide, what you have observed, the reflected rays reflected in definite direction. इसमें जो reflection की direction है, उनकी क्या है? ये definite direction है. And in the second type of reflection, the direction are not definite. Reflecting rays की जो direction है वो definite नहीं है. And in irregular reflection, all the light that falls on the reflecting surface is not reflected in definite direction. And regular reflection, where it takes place? It takes place on a smooth, highly polished surface, while irregular reflection takes place on a rough or a uneven surface. What was the first question? What are the two factors responsible for an object to be seen? So, the two factors, first is eyes and second one is light. Second question was how the light travel. The answer is light travel in straight line. Third question, name any two luminous objects. Student, there are many objects which are luminous. So you have to write any two luminous objects. Like sun and star. You can write fire also, bulb also. All are correct. Now name any two non-luminous objects. In the same way, there are many non-luminous objects. So here the answer I have written moon and planet. Now the second question. First was you have to choose the correct option. Angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. In which conditions? In all time, yeah, always, under special condition, sometimes or never. तो स्टूडेंट आंसर इज ऑलवेज. Now the second question is image formed by a plane mirror. Virtual behind the mirror and enlarge. Virtual behind the mirror and of the same size as object. Real behind the mirror and same size as object, or real at the surface of the mirror and of the same size as object. So student, by doing activity you have seen that the image which is formed by the plane mirror is always virtual, behind the mirror and of the same size as object. And the third question was you have to label the picture. So in the first you have to write the name of the angle. So this angle is, which is denoted by I, this is the angle of incident. The ray which reflected is known as refracted ray. And this ray is known as incident ray. And the perpendicular line is known as normal. Okay children, thank you.